I do not care anymore. I really don't. Why is this wire stuck? What is happening with my camera at the moment? And why am I so blurry, by the way? Why is that a thing? Can you just autofocus, please? I've been driving around in these stupid mountains for the past 2.5 hours trying to find a spot that is like somewhat aesthetically pleasing. There is no spot. There is no spot. We're in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. They got a food city here. You know, I'm not trying to rant right here at the start of the video. Maybe you could find a spot if you didn't film all your videos at night. Would you shut up? Would you shut up? This is a nighttime show for the most part. If I wanted to do it during the day, I'd film it during the day. Guess what? I don't wanna. Why don't you get that through your thick skull? Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
Where am I at?
You're at 511 Front Street West, Coburn, Virginia.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from Coburn, Virginia. Hope you're doing well, as always. The hat is very important today because my hair beneath the hat is an absolute wreck, so we're going to be keeping this on the entire episode today. Today's episode is not particularly a special episode, but it is a different episode because today, once again, probably for the last time for at least quite a while, we're going to be venturing back into deep Appalachia, a region within Appalachia, which is, for those of you that don't know, Appalachia is a region right here on the map in the continental United States. Deep Appalachia isn't really a real region. It's just kind of a colloquial? Is that the word? Whatever. Siri? What does colloquial mean?
Colloquial means of language used in ordinary or familiar conversation, not formal or literary.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Anyway, we're venturing back into deep Appalachia today, which is not really a real region. It's just a region within Appalachia itself that people kind of refer to when they're talking about the literal poorest region of America, being the southeastern counties of Kentucky, southwestern parts of West Virginia. I always have to think about the map in my head. I have a couple of videos on this channel about me exploring deep Appalachia. It stands out to me a lot just because you don't really see a whole lot of videos about it, at least I don't. There's just a lot of weird stuff going on there, I think. Our final destination for today, I've already picked out the city we're going to. We're going to be going into Hindman, Kentucky in Knott County. I have not done any research about it. I've briefly looked at like a few pictures of the town, but that's literally it. I don't know anything about the town. We're also, and this is the real kicker of this video, we're going to be sleeping in my car today. We're going to be car camping somewhere in Hindman, Kentucky, as long as everything goes fine and I don't get eaten by a bear or mugged or robbed or whatever. You never know what's going to happen on my channel. It's currently, I think, 9 o'clock. Let's see. It's currently 9:31 p.m. We are once again in Coburn, Virginia, so we're right here on the map. Hindman is about an hour and a half away or so. It's supposed to get really cold tonight. It's about 45, 50 degrees, something like that right now. The low, I looked earlier, and obviously we're going way up in elevation, I believe. The low for tonight is supposed to get down to 28 degrees. My only hope for tonight is, and I'm already committed, so whatever happens is going to happen, but I hope to God that I have cell reception. You never know when you're this deep in the mountains. We're not going to waste any more time. I'm getting kind of hungry. So I think our second stop for this evening will be a pizza review. So we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to go ahead and get into the car. We will see you, ladies and gentlemen, at our second stop momentarily. Welcome back, everybody, and officially welcome to the second stop. We are now in Norton, Virginia, just about to cross into Kentucky. This is really not that much further away from Coburn, Virginia. I find this to be a little bit odd. I've never heard too much about Norton, Virginia, but it seems like a really nice town, actually. And this is not too far away from where I actually live, so it's a bit strange. I don't know anything about this place. They've got Hotel Norton right here that might be interesting. I might make a video about Norton, Virginia. This seems like a good place to make a video about. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We are here for one reason and one reason only, ladies and gentlemen. Very serious business. We've got a pizza review to do, and then we've got to get back on the road and get to our actual destination for this evening. My GPS thing, I'm right here in the middle of the road. My GPS thing said the pizza shop is somewhere right over here. This is the hotel, though. Hotel Norton. Looks like a pretty nice building. They've got this plaque here right before you enter the hotel. The Hotel Norton has been designated a Virginia Historic Landmark and placed on the National Register of Historic Places 2002. Now this is the inside of the hotel. I don't know what the deal is here. I was gonna go in here and check out. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. There's some guy over there. Anyway, you have to have a key card to get into the hotel, so unfortunately no hotel tour today, but that's not what we're here for anyway. As I've said, we've got to get this pizza, y'all. And right here is the pizza shop, pretty much just across the street. I don't remember the name of this place. Hold on a second. Yeah, so this is the pizza shop right here behind me. This is Dough Maker's Pizza here in Norton, Virginia. So I'm gonna go in here and get this pizza really quick. We will be back with you momentarily. No, you're good. Go ahead and tap it. Tap it. Alright, this is an official pizza review, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dough Maker's Pizza in Norton, Virginia. This is the box here. Decent box. We don't rate the boxes, but it's a decent box. Official pizza unboxing. Here we go. Here's your pizza. I'm just gonna go ahead and go on record. This is probably not gonna be, well, we'll see before I say anything. Dough Makers, or whatever I said, whatever it says there on the screen. Official review. Man, I don't know what I gave the last pizza review when me and Grace did that, wherever that was. What was it? Richmond, Virginia? This is certainly worse than that. Yeah, not a fan. The only good thing about this pizza is the pepperoni. I mean, I would give the pepperoni an 8 out of 10 max. Decent pepperoni. Everything else about the pizza sucks. This honestly might be one of the worst pizzas I've ever had on this channel. And this is a Main Street pizza too. It's on Main Street. This is terrible. I mean, absolutely god-awful pizza. Definitely not an 8. Definitely not a 7. You're not even a 6. Hell, you might not even be a 5. I don't think you're even a 5. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the worst pizza review on this channel, the lowest score was a 4.8, and that was like Domino's or something. It was some chain. It wasn't even an official score. This is right below a 5. I mean, this is not a good pizza. This is a 4.9 pizza. God awful pizza. And actually, I'm even going to put it below Domino's. Official review, official score, we're going to go, this is a 4.6 out of 10. Terrible. Do not go to this place. The only thing that's keeping it out of the 3s is the pepperoni. Everything else about it, I mean, you've got the crust. Look at that crust, y'all. Well, on camera, it doesn't really look that bad. It's not good crust. It's like fake crust. I don't know what the deal is. Too floppy. Cheese, terrible. Sauce, I don't even know what the sauce is. The sauce is like way too sweet also. That's an official review. 4.6 on, what is this place? Dough Maker's Pizza Y'all ain't dough makers. I don't know what you're making, but it ain't dough, I'll tell you that. Yeah, horrible pizza. Alright, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get back onto the road. Thank you, Norton, Virginia. We'll be back here. We will be back in Norton, Virginia at some point. So to the great people of Norton, Virginia, we will see you again someday. We're gonna go ahead and get back on the road and head to our final destination for this evening, which is Hindman, Kentucky. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go. We will see you, ladies and gentlemen, at our third and final stop for this evening in just a moment. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and officially welcome to our third and final stop for this evening. This is Hindman, Kentucky. I found this bank building here. This is Main Street. Right here, I just found this bank building to park my car at. I'm not exactly sure that this is where we're gonna be sleeping in just a little bit, but just kind of the first location I pulled off at. Anyway, as usual, we're gonna do a basic walkthrough of the city. It's just one street. It's just Main Street. And as I mentioned in the intro to this video, I genuinely don't know anything about this place. I've not done any research on it really. It's just kind of a place I accidentally found on the map and was like, yeah, let's go there. Hearing some weird noises coming from the street down there. I believe I mentioned in the intro also, I think this is not county. I need to verify that in a second, but I'm pretty sure that this is not county, Virginia. I mean, Kentucky. I don't even know what state I'm in, y'all. I can't keep up. Well, would you look at that? You'll never believe it. This is officially the start of town right here. They've got their very own pizza shop, ladies and gentlemen. That's always a good sign. If you got a pizza shop in your town, that's always a good sign. You can't go wrong with a pizza, ladies and gentlemen. Well, unless you're that last place that we had. What was it? First impressions of the town. Kind of a usual little, I mean, it's a basic Appalachia town. It's not really anything that's super different. They've got this good old Appalachia church type church here. Hindman First Baptist Church. We're in Baptist territory now, I guess. You've got the pizza shop right down there. You've got somebody's house right here on Main Street that I'm yelling outside of at, what time is it, by the way? It's currently 1:40 a.m. at the moment, and it is deafeningly silent. And I've not, you know, I reference it literally in like every single one of these episodes, but Fleming Neon, Kentucky, it's got a similar vibe to Fleming Neon, Kentucky, but it's like even more silent than that. It's almost like wherever I was in South Dakota. It's like that eerily silent, like, yeah. So you've got the bank building here. You've got, we'll get to all these buildings in just a second. You've got this, which is Jones Insurance. There's this building over here that I don't think you can really see, and my camera's not picking it up. Yeah, this here is just some old abandoned building next to the insurance company. Real creep vibes on this. I feel like the boring stuff segment's probably going to be pretty interesting on this place. Definitely, oh my god. I was standing right here when I was just recording that clip and I turned and they've got this mannequin that's just peeking at me in the window. That happens more often than you would think. But when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're in the middle of nowhere and it's eerily silent and then you just turn and see somebody not moving and looking, it happens all the time, but it gets me every time, let me tell you. It's the Progressive insurance lady staring at me at 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of nowhere. Can you leave me alone, please? I'm trying to record a show here. Anyway, this right here really is the center of town. You've got a couple of shops. You've got the Appalachian School of... I can't read. Appalachian School of whatever that is. I don't think that that's actually what this building is anymore. It's now the Appalachian Artisan Center Studio, whatever that is. You've got a coffee shop right here, so we may and or may not do a coffee review in the morning. I was trying to look at their menu, but I can't see it. You've got attorneys at law. That's pretty much it as far as shops go, and then we have everyone's favorite part of the walkthrough segment. We have the courthouse here. I'm going to start doing a courthouse review, and this is purely based off of just aesthetics alone. Best courthouse on the channel so far was Forsyth, Georgia, I believe. Here's another creep, some guy, some mannequin, some statue situation out here in front of the courthouse. Anyway, so this here is the Knott County Courthouse, so obviously that does mean that Hindman would be the county seat for Knott County. I think we're going to go solid 6 on the courthouse. Pretty basic courthouse, to be honest. I do have to say, though, I'll give you a whole extra point just for the effort on these fall decorations. I about fell just now. On these fall decorations. You know, what courthouses are doing that? I don't know. Knott County Judicial Center across from the courthouse, and then this right here, potentially the most interesting piece. I've learned just reading briefly that this building here was but is no longer the jail for Knott County. Hello.
Hey there, how's it going? Let me know what's on your mind today.
Yeah, I'm curious why this building behind me, this is at the jail behind me here in Knott County. Why is it closed?
Oh yeah, I can see it in the background there. So the Knott County Jail in Kentucky was actually closed because of budget cuts and some structural issues. Basically, the county didn't have enough funds to keep it running safely and effectively, so they had to shut it down.
I feel like sick all of a sudden, just like real nauseous. I'm gonna try and hurry up with this whole walkthrough bit, then I'm gonna go back to the car and like lay down for a second. Something real creepy about this building though, I do not like the way that it looks at all. It doesn't help the fact that it was a jail at some point. Yeah, just real creepy. I asked ChatGPT when the building shut down and she said 2020. It was also partially due to the COVID situation that happened in 2020, but there's also some stuff wrong with the building apparently, so anyway. Alright. Well, before we head back to the car, I'm going to go ahead and give you an overview on Hindman, Kentucky. So I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the boring stuff. Hindman is a home rule class town and the county seat of Knott County in the state of Kentucky in the United States. Hindman does not belong to any metropolitan or micropolitan statistical area. Why does the town of Hindman, Kentucky exist?
Well, Hindman has a pretty classic Appalachian origin story. It got its start in the late 1800s as a small trading center. Basically, it popped up because it was a good spot along the troublesome creek where people could gather, trade, and eventually form a little community. It became the county seat of Knott County, so that gave it a kind of administrative importance. Over time, it just stuck around as a local hub. So in a nutshell, it exists because it was a convenient spot for people in the area to settle and do business way back when.
Population. The population was 777 at the 2010 census and 701 at the 2020 census, representing a population decline of 9.8% for probably the same reason as most places in Appalachia. This is a graph of the historical population of Hindman existing since 1900, with the largest increase occurring between 1950 and 1960. For some reason I could not find why that is the case. The racial composition. The current racial composition for the city is as follows: 97.59% white, 1.27% Hispanic, and everybody else. Hindman does belong to Knott County, which is comprised of 35 unincorporated communities and 3 cities being Vico, Paipa Passes, and Hindman, which is the county seat for Knott County. Economics. The median household income for the city was $14,511. The median income for a family was $21,806, and the percent of residents below the line of poverty, 38.9%. That is crazy high. Here is the official flag and logo. The city uses the area code 606, and the city is located in the UTC-5 time zone as well as UTC-4 during summer months. And there you have it. That was the boring stuff. Now I'm gonna go back to the car, get the car ready to sleep in, because I did say I was going to sleep here. It was kind of a stupid decision, wasn't it? I will stick to my word though. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the car now. I'm gonna get the car ready. So we will see you, ladies and gentlemen, bright and early right here in Hindman, Kentucky. All right, good night everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'm still here. I'm gonna go to that coffee shop and get a coffee, and I'm going back home because I want to go back to sleep. Currently 8 a.m. Their hours here on the door says that they open at 7:30. You know, why am I not surprised? This is a pretty common thing also in small towns like this. You open when you want to open. No one cares about people like me. If you say you open at 7:30, you might open at 12. You might open at 3. You might not open at all today. So that's rather unfortunate. I was really looking forward to that coffee review, but I will have to go and get a coffee somewhere else, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's about it from me today. Hope you enjoyed this video. To the great people of Hindman, Kentucky, thank you very much for having me. I've really enjoyed my stay. But I've got to get out of this place and get back to civilization. bros still standing out here. Thank you all very much for watching. Join the community if you've not joined the community yet. It's the posted comment down below. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense, you know what to do. And yeah, that's about it for me. I've got nothing else for you. Alright, I'm going to get my coffee, y'all. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Alright, goodbye, everybody.